Hello everyone and welcome to Ready City Crits Dragon Heist. This is episode 15, Dopplegangers and Deception. I am your Dungeon Master, Parna, and I'm joined by my lovely cataclysmic group of players. Let's join with the lovely Vil who raided in down here somewhere.
Right. My name is Phil Sword and I play Sullivan, which is a phantom shifter rogue. Let's go to the person above me.
Who's that?
Oh.
Hello, I'm Adam. I'm playing our resident human warlock, Gabriella, and that's basically all to her at the moment. And I'll move to the person on my left, I think. Yeah, left.
Who's that?
You.
That goes all the way around, I think.
I know that. I need to have a little printout of who's where so I can and then get my lefts and rights wrong. Hello, I am Rob. I play Logan Margaster, human paladin, and the worst bit of every socialite you've ever heard of.
No, the best bit. All the good bits.
It's all the same. Nobody likes socialites, really.
Fair.
And then finally, small but not small in stature but not in name. Bosco Longflower Brandybuck.
Hi guys, my name's Captain Alex, and yeah, I play Bosco, who's a halfling artificer who is a little bit rambunctious sometimes when he's led astray with his best friend Sullivan, but that's it.
Oh yeah.
Alrighty. So, with all that out of the way, last time, the party finished up a bit of downtime in preparing for the grand opening for their new tavern. And now, their opening day and opening night completed, the Old Familiar is a well-established spot in the North Ward. With a good, strange group of staff present, some members of the party involved in some romantic endeavors before seeking out work across the town. A few things were hinted at. One noble offered them a strange enough job of acquiring him a handkerchief of a noble who was going to come by one of his stores on a certain day, a couple of days from now. At that point, the party took that job, and Sullivan sought out more work from the Zentarim, however did not find much going on at the moment due to Dabble's current incarceration. However, Bonnie came to Sullivan asking for help. She had made a deal with the Harpers to try to get some safety for some doppelganger friends of hers that were in Waterdeep and were worried about being found out. The Harpers just simply asked Sullivan to meet them, have Bonnie meet them in a neutral location, and just see if they could find out if any of them were actually trustworthy. So, as we all kind of pick up, we're all kind of scattered about. I think last we left off, everyone kind of delved into was in different areas all across Waterdeep. So let's say, just for ease of access, unless anyone has any immediate reason to not be heading back towards the Old Familiar, we will say that you are arriving back at the Old Familiar probably just after, let's say, 2 p.m. in the afternoon.
I would say, before I go back home to Old Familiar, could I maybe purchase or look for books in the library about learning the language of deep speech, by any chance?
Ooh, interesting. Oh
Sure.
yeah, of course. Of course.
My obsession with aberrations.
The best place to do that probably would be a lot closer to home than you might originally think.
Yeah.
You would recall, being the smart individual that you are, Bosco, there is a bookshop on Trollskull Alley. It's the Bookworm's Treasure. It's owned by a gold dragonborn called Raishal. I think when Logan has met formally before. But yeah, you'd be aware of his, at least. He was at your opening night as well, so you'd be aware of his face.
And it Rush Out, you said?
Raishal, yeah.
Gotcha. You say Golden Dragonborn, sorry.
He's a gold dragonborn. Called Raishal the Page Turner. His full name.
Awesome. Yeah. I would just inquire. Just there's any like language books to learn deep speech, or if there's any, if Rochelle would know anyone that could teach him it.
What are you looking for, boy? You have to speak up.
Oh, I'm quite interested in this new hobby of mine. I'm learning different languages. Do you have any books on deep speech by any chance?
Deep speech. I'd have to have a look. It's quite an exotic language, that one.
Yeah.
Plenty on Draconic, Dwarvish, Elvish, the touristy ones. If you're looking to romance a lady, Elvish is, the language of love. Deep speech is more like the summering of, like, the Cthulhu Elder Gods kind of thing, Not really the romantic of the language. A lot of guttural in the throat, if I recall.
Yes, but it could be quite exotic, couldn't it?
If that's what you're into, my boy, I didn't get to my age without knowing a few tricks of the trade. If you want to summon a demon and do whatever you want to do. Oh, kids these days.
I gotta keep this Addy safe. I couldn't summon a demon on us.
I can certainly find you a book of that nature, but learning to read it might be capable, but learning to speak it is a different matter. You need to find someone who probably could verbally train you in that sense, if you're trying to get the vocals down, unless you just be winging it. But I have a few books written in it. He'll go away. He spends a little bit of time. He basically finds, like, they are very strange titles. There are things like, journeys across, the orbs of like spell jamming and all this, and very strange little strange books describing these weird, and they're like fantasy. They're like fiction. It's about these pirates who travel from like strange, like from one domain to the next aboard like these big effectively just waterborne vessels, but for some reason can fly, powered by magic. And that's like basically the whole concept. But a lot of them have documentation in, if not the whole book, they have like sectors, a group, which seem to be based loosely on what you've studied to be Mind Flayers and Illithid. And their speech and stuff is like documented in snippets of deep speech, with like small snippets of translation. It's not like, here is an English to Italian dictionary for deep speech. But like, you can begin to pick up on little bits. But yeah, if you want to learn it properly, you're going to need to spend, the proper downtime to probably go about learning the language.
That's the plan was. And I'll probably, not obviously right now, but when we go out to our ventures or if we meet our guildies, I'll probably ask if anyone's got connections to anyone that could teach me it. But we'll go that down the road there. Yeah, I'll probably purchase those books if possible, just so I can have a nice little thing to read, to try and at least try to decipher what something means.
The books are all leather bound. They're very nice. All in all, he probably charges you for the small 3 collection of the books. Probably charges you about 15 gold.
Okay. Okay, that's fine.
They're all books. Like
yeah,
talking on rare topics and things.
That's fine. I'll hand him over the 15 gold.
He takes it.
Oof.
Yes, very good.
I expect to see you in our tavern soon, or later.
Indeed, I might call in for some tea. That young lady seems to know quite a lot about it.
Yeah, you know what? When we was picking for people, she was the perfect candidate. She seems to have all wide arrays, so I recommend coming. And soon we're going to have a private area soon as well, so you can really enjoy a private time for yourself. Maybe to read your books.
Indeed, yes. Of course. Certainly. Good day.
Ta-ta.
Goodbye. What was he here for again? My memory's not what it used to be. She's just like, ding-da-ding as the bell rings as you leave. And yes, the rest of you...
My big old backpack.
Yep. You all reconvene back at the place that you call home here in Waterdeep.
Afternoon, everybody. Yeah, I'll probably enter, make our way through the tavern.
Yeah, you kind of step in and you see at this point the tavern it's fairly busy. It's kind of just afternoon at the minute, so you kind of got the end of the lunch crowd and a lot of people kind of have left. Well, yeah, there's still a couple of tables of people on them, customers and things. You see the triplets are floating around, serving drinks. You see no one behind the bar, which means Lift must be on shift. You see at one table the 3 urchins are sat, and they seem to be like talking amongst themselves. Quite animated as they do so, doing their little like hand signals and things. Yeah.
Leaf, could I have... She will probably wait out her line and... Leaf, could I have a bit of Red Dragon Crush if we still got that in stock?
Just a silent response, and then you see a wine glass floats over to you, full of a nice red-looking wine.
Wonderful, thank you. How much do we charge for it? She'd probably look around for... what's the name? The drinks list?
Yeah, probably whenever, just because of Lyft, there probably is like a list of prices on display on like a chalkboard behind him. And like Red Dragon Crush, it's probably, let's say, it's 4 silver pieces of glass.
Cool. Yeah, she paid it for a silver.
Yep. Paid in your own business, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
You know that's not cost price as well, Gabrielle. So you're paying profits back to yourself.
No, it's about a principle.
That's fine.
And she'd probably wait for the others at one of the free tables or at the bar with her red wine.
Yeah, there's definitely a free table.
Logan would head in, kind of do a bit of a round of the tables that people have occupied, the punters. Not spending too long at each table. He's insightful enough to know that he's too important for him.
Yeah.
And then head over towards Gabriella. Interestingly, something I've just realised. With my 10 foot of blind sight, how do I perceive Lith when he's within that kind of radius of me?
So
do I
Lith,
just know that he's there, or do I actually see him?
so Lith is completely invisible. He's a fully invisible poltergeist, effectively. But you can basically, it's almost like you don't, your blind sight kind of comes from, what does it come from specifically in that description? It's just you gain blind sight for 10 feet, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the fighting style.
Yeah. So it's because you're just so in touch with the ground. I think it's almost that kind of like you feel the little tremors. You like, or you're just aware. So anything he interacts with, or even like passes through ever so slightly, you just are aware there's a presence there.
Cool. So
It's not like you.
I wouldn't necessarily perceive him.
It's
as
not
a
like
creature
Daredevil,
like
the original movie, where he's like out in the rain and there's like, you know, he sees the form like in the weird radar sight. No, it's not like that.
It's like, yeah, it's more like a sixth sense, I guess. So like you can't, even though you can't see what's there, like you know there's something in there. You can like kind of like feel the presence. Like
it's that like I'm being watched, but like you can like pinpoint where it is.
Hey Logan, afternoon.
Is it afternoon already?
Oh.
I don't tend to keep track, you know. So many hours in the day, I treat them all the same. I'm not one of those people.
Well, fair enough. Around 2 o'clock.
Liv, can I have a glass of the dragon wine? I forget the name.
Red Dragon Crush.
That one.
You see, after a short moment, a glass full appears on the bar top, and then you see Alethea, one of the elf triplets, waves a hand, and it just floats over to your table.
I'm getting used to that. I like it. And he'll get the glass from midair, making no effort or even sort of indication that he's going to be paying for it at all.
Yeah. They all speak in unison again, like, "We would commend your catch, but we simply floated it directly to where your hand would be."
Well, you know, this is the benefit of teamwork, I suppose. You know, you'd not finish the job, I'd finish it for you. So it's fine, fine. We're a good team.
Mm-hmm.
You
Quite.
know, every time I say good team, it's something sticks in my throat. Not in a good way.
good team.
How was your day, Gabriella?
Not bad, not bad. I've been around the city taking the sights. Still getting used to walking around here.
Still simping for that MILF at the temple?
No. I've just been walking around, honestly. Paid a visit. I just looked at the prison from a safe distance. And then continued walking. Also, paid a visit to the markets, I believe. Oh yeah, markets.
You do certainly pay attention to things. When I walk around, unless I'm specifically paying attention to one thing, my mind just tends to wander.
Oh,
Tends to be towards people. Not that many people catch my eye, but those who do.
I guess we could agree on that.
Do.
Also, I found this very interesting drink at the market. It's like this brown drink that you drink and it makes you more energized, or that's how they pitched it. Very bitter, but interesting.
Brown drink.
Yeah,
No. I got pranked with a brown drink once. I'm never falling for it.
I would no, don't want to know the details. This one actually tasted rather good.
Oh, splendid. I'll have to try it. Do you have some?
No, but I can show you the stall one sometime when we go around.
Wait. It's not drugs.
No, it's not drugs. It's like a stall.
Because I'm kind of up to quota on drugs.
No,
with
I'm
the
full of
hyper snuff shit that I got.
Yes. Sorry.
Mega sniffies.
It is rather harmless, I think. Pretty sure.
Rather harmless. On a scale from completely harmless to harmful, it's not way across to harmless.
If 1 is harmless and 10 is harmful, this is like a 2, I would say.
That's closer to 1 than 10. Yes.
Yes,
I know that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Where are Sully and the little one?
Fuck do I know?
Have they got themselves in trouble again? You know, if they get arrested, I'm not helping them. I'm not using my name and my reputation to bail them out again.
I probably would help them out just a tad, but definitely leave them there for a day, maybe.
So if they break the law, you'll help them, even though you've got this newly formed term.
Depending on what they would do, of course.
Where am I at this point?
Sullivan, you probably by this point be coming back into the old familiar.
And if would I have heard that the conversation?
I mean, I said you're all probably reconvening around the same time. Maybe apart from Bosco, who took the time to go to the bookshop. So you could have come in, whenever the roleplay started.
I'm not being quiet about it.
Yeah.
And the door or windows would probably be open. And your perception is shit, innit?
Yeah.
You're bad rogue.
Bad rogue. But
My perception is very bad. it's like 12. Passive perception 12.
Dear. I've got higher passive perception than you, and I'm a paladin. Anyway, so yeah. I mean, I guess it's up to you. I'll tell you what. I'll roll a d100, and the higher it is, the more you heard. Is that all right, DM?
Yep.
65. You heard me talking about you. You heard me talking about you maybe getting arrested, and then not in a nice way. Maybe not all of the specifics, but.
So I turned my back for a few minutes and you're already talking about me, huh? And talking bad, I see.
Speak
Good. He's not dead
and
yet.
that was me thinking, last night when you had the opening, I thought you said something nice about Sullivan, but maybe Sullivan heard wrong.
In Logan's
Listen, Sully. I say lots of nice things about you, not to you, because you still need to walk around with that fucking
Clearly
ego,
not to me and not
that
behind
big
me as
head
well,
on your
so
little shoulders.
Okay.
It take a lot to carry around those proverbial bollocks you think you have. But listen, I said nothing but nice things about you to that Bonnie lady, who is rather Bonnie, to be fair. I think she likes you, Sally.
It's funny that I mentioned her because I was actually going to ask you guys to help me with something.
That is a surprise.
Not helping me. Sorry, it's helping Bonnie actually, not me.
Okay, is this some sex thing? Because if it is, Gabriella is very religious. I'm obviously
I'm
down.
not religious. I just help. I joined the order not for
That's
the
a good
religious
thought of it.
You hang around a church, you give money to them, that's religious. As
This is
far as
something-
nobles go, that counts.
I just give money to a good cause, but I pray to no
I mean, you
God.
could give money to me. That's a very good cause. I could go and make myself very happy.
At least the
You make-
church has a chance of doing something.
Yeah, you give a goal to Sullivan a day. You make him happy for the whole day.
Yeah. I think I'll leave making you happy to Bonnie. But yes, speaking of her, what do you
So yes, I mean it's not a favor for me, like I said. It's going to be a favor for her, and she wants us to help some of her friends.
It's a sex thing. I fucking called it.
Like you know.
Maybe after we can discuss that a little
It's
bit.
like a private event of the in here.
Okay. Anyway, so there's a couple of their friends that they're kind of hiding from a certain group, and
Okay.
we need to go and just have a little chat with them. And then,
Wait. Are they criminals?
Yeah, I was about to ask.
that's why we have to go and speak to them and find out exactly what is happening. And
So
I
they
promise.
might be criminals.
Oh yes, all we have to do is go there and we speak to them. If they are good people, we will help them get out of the city. If they're not, then we'll let fate take its course of them. I have already spoken to her, and I said I'll do my best. But if my life comes before them, I'll choose my life at any minute. To be honest,
Yeah.
I'll choose my life before any of you here. So
That's the Sullivan we know and love.
You know,
What love?
like when you have a dog and you go into the kitchen and they think you're gonna have food and they suddenly appear behind you. Can I just suddenly do that? I'm saying, like, is there gold?
Oh, what? I didn't even see it. I've got such a shit perception. I didn't even see you sneaking behind me.
Even lift drops like a beer glass.
Yeah, so yeah, let's say also I have to tell you something else. This group is called. I got it here.
Oh, the Harpers. Yes.
Oh, the Harper.
The Harpers.
The Emerald Enclave. Emerald Enclave. These are the group that are after these people.
Could Gabriel do a history check?
Yeah, sure.
Could Bosco do that as well?
To be fair, if they are, regardless if they are good people or bad people, if they're friends with Bonnie and Bonnie wants to help them, Sullivan doesn't mind helping them.
Yeah.
As long as my safety is guaranteed.
If they're known, like, on the other side of the aisle, could I make a history check? See if I would have heard about them?
I mean, you can make a history check just a flat one because you're pretty
Right.
smart and you've been in more deep now for a while. Yeah, fair check
Brilliant.
side. You've heard of them. You would know Bosco. They're kind of like they're big on nature, a lot of druids and things in the form of the Emerald Enclave. But like apart from that, you're not really sure. Gabriella, you would know with a fucking 20. That the Emerald Enclave are basically, they are very big on protecting the natural order of things and nature, and they basically spend a lot of their time traveling around Waterdeep and the surrounding areas and just trying to ensure things like this park, like this tree doesn't get cut down for these various reasons, things like that, or and even like just down to like the general pecking order of it's just all about just making sure the order of things runs like as nature would intend, kind of thing.
I heard of the Emerald Enclave. I think there's some kind of how to put it, a druid organization, working around Waterdeep, making sure that everything is as nature planned and that nature is protected. And
Yeah.
Your
I've never
father probably
understood-
would have called them by their slightly more like slur of a name, hippies.
yes.
To be fair, I never understood this forest people. I mean,
I'll be
they
honest.
always try to keep the balance and shit. Like, I mean, come on, this is what era do you live in? There's like such a millennial.
Aren't they the weird people that change, like shape change?
Oh yes, yeah. I think they can like change into animals. A rather interesting talent, I have to say. But yes,
Exactly. Look at them. They change at animals and stuff. They are after other creatures that change into other things, but they change the things themselves. So how?
I mean,
Wait,
I assume they changed back to like regular hippies after.
Did you say they're after creatures who change into other things?
Yes. I mean, they are after anything that apparently. I mean, would I know this? Because I think my meta gaming here at the moment without knowing.
You know that they're doppelgangers. Bonnie told you that there are other doppelgangers in Waterdeep too.
we're just talking about druids.
I'm talking
Yeah.
about druids.
We're talking about
Oh,
druids.
well, yeah,
You're talking-
druids,
Yeah,
like,
but-
again, yeah, you're aware of the wild shape ability. That's not exactly,
yeah.
like,
Yeah, would I be aware that Drew is like protector of like the balance of nature and stuff like that, and or
you can make a history check.
maybe the history check?
And what-
'Cause I
Yes,
was- I
you'd
was
be
asking-
on par with Bosco's kind of knowledge, just even regarding the Enclave.
Okay, I would say yeah. Well, as you know, people like myself, I change into sometimes I change it to add more of the bestial appearance, and they don't take kindly my shape as well. So, is that correct, Em? Would you think they don't take kindly shifters? Would shifters be still? Because I know druids are found of werewolves, but they're not found of undead.
You would say like it depends. Each to their own kind of thing. I think you wouldn't know the inner opinion of one particular group, the Enclave themselves, and their inner politics.
Fine.
But yeah, like on the whole, like as long as it's like seems as natural and it goes in line, it's normally fine.
Right, just so we're on the same page. Are we helping the Enclave or are we working against them? I'm rather confused.
We are going there to speak to Bonnie's friends and find out the
Right.
situation.
And are her Bonnie's friends members of the Enclave or?
They are not. They're being
Alright.
chased. They're being hunted by the Enclave.
Got
The
it.
Enclave wants to destroy them.
All right.
Got it. I thought we were going to get paid in emeralds. I was getting very confused.
So
Isn't it a bit suspicious the fact that your Bonnie's friends are getting chased by a bunch of peacekeeping hippies?
About to say, it's rather interesting. Out of all the groups in Waterdeep, being on the hit list of a group of druids is rather particular.
Honestly, fucking plant-smoking conservatives, it's never a good combo.
but-
I certainly don't care for their,
Yeah, but
nature shit.
Why would they go for Bonnie's friends? I mean, she's just a bartender.
listen, friend. Whatever her friends are, it's her problem. She said it's her friends. I don't know who they are, and then that's their business.
All right.
I don't want to get anything involved in that.
I suppose we'll find out whatever it is they've done.
Exactly.
To upset the natural order of things.
That is the whole
Figure it
point
out.
of. That's the whole point of going there. We need to find out exactly what happened. Once you get there, we will find out who these people are. Well,
And now, Sullivan, forgive me. Actually, no, I don't give a shit whether you forgive me for my insensitivity or not. You have something of a track record of not telling us everything. Are you telling us everything?
absolutely.
Inside.
Perception
Okay,
check.
let's insight that shit. Normally, I'd be like,
Absolutely.
that's maybe a bit metagaming, but Logan and Sullivan are going to insight the shit out of it.
You know what? Bosco's not going to incite that for a reason.
Can I just
What's your passive insight, Bosco?
10.
Okay.
Hey,
I
boy.
got 11 wisdom.
Why isn't
Told you
that?
I'm smart, but not wise.
Wait, wasn't that? Remember perception? My deception now. Wait.
You said, where did deception go?
Oh, he's
Did you
telling
have it?
the truth.
All right.
You
It
know
was in fact true.
Ding! You know what? Okay, I appreciate your candor and being upfront. It's
I'm telling no
potentially
lies.
a new stage of our relationship, Sullivan.
I know.
I told Bonnie good things about you to help you get your end away. I don't need the details.
never-
And you're being more honest and open with your business partners and business partners
Business
and
Yes, you can say, you can say, my friend. You can say it. No worry. Leave a glass of water for him. I think he's choking on something. Like
A glass of water appears at the bar, and then one of the other elf triplets floats it over. That was
I
Ulathi
accept
at that time.
I accept the glass of water and then put it down.
so
and
I'm
lick
telling
the
you.
wine and
Listen,
next
all
it
I'm gonna
has
tell you
to
is
stick it.
I am telling no lies. There's no lies here.
Okay,
It's a lot of-
I literally just said I believed you.
You're
but
not
now
helping yourself here, Sullivan.
Methinks
I'm glad.
the shifty rogue doth protest too much.
All right.
No, I just wanted to emphasize
draconic
the fact
fire.
that you believe me, so that I'm very appreciative
So,
of
what
your
I'm kind of
honesty.
hearing is that I hope the Conclave don't find Google, because I feel like they won't appreciate him.
That is.
Probably for the
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
In no universe is Google in the natural order of things.
I mean, to be honest, we don't really appreciate him ourselves. We just have to deal with him.
You know, he's kind of growing on me, but you know,
I mean,
like, I had a great uncle who had something growing on his face, and that wasn't particularly pleasant. either, so-
if this mesh was on fire and the Google was in it, I wouldn't piss in it to put the fire out. Let's put it that way.
You know what? So
I only
remember
understood about
that.
half of that, and some of it was pissing on a fire that Google started, which
Let's say-
is
let's say-
probably going to happen. Give it a few
If
weeks.
Google was on fire, I wouldn't piss on him to put the fire out. That's it.
Well, of course not. You wouldn't be able to reach. You've only got a little spout, just a little dribble.
You know what? So
Alright.
I'll remember that when you're on fire.
I know,
Please
right?
don't piss. I'd rather burn to death than you piss on me, my
That
friend.
can be
please.
arranged. Taps glove. Anyway,
That's what that was out of left field.
a bit, sorry. Yeah.
Okay, leave the Willy and Wee Wee banter to the boys, Gabriella. It just gets
Alright,
weird when you
Ninja.
do it.
Before we do anything more, let me just say, I'm happy to help, but as soon as things start to seem like these, or as soon as it seems that these people indeed did something to warrant the wrath of the Emerald Enclave, I'm gonna step aside and let fate take its course.
No problem. That's exactly how I'm feeling about this this little job.
Alright, fair. Well, any arranged time, place, things like that?
Now? Question mark?
Why did you say question mark? It kind of.
Hmm?
You know what? You're far more intelligent than I am. I'm just going to start doing it so I get pretty clever. Where are we going? Question mark.
Please don't. No, please.
What's wrong with that, Gabriella? Question mark?
What
I'd like to point out that somehow, against their knowledge, both Bosco and Logan have created fucking Moss from the IT crowd and Matt Berry's character from the IT crowd, where one is really anal and clearly autistic, and the other one is just a sexist pig. I'm just an observation.
Yeah.
What other characters are there?
Different influences. Alright,
Gabriella's definitely Jen. And you know what? Sullivan could be Roy. I think we've got.
No, he's not Roy. He's the one. What's his character who hides in the back?
Fucking.
The golf guy that hides in the
No,
Yeah.
no Fielding's character.
That's the one.
the golf guy that hides in the basement.
That makes me Roy, which the Irish stereotype doesn't really help, does it?
Well, no.
No.
Just do us a favour. Say hello, IT. We try turning it off and on again.
Hello, IT. We tried turning it off and on again.
Nailed it. Nailed it. Wonderful. Okay, so now we've all accidentally stereotyped ourselves. So, Sullivan, shall we head off then? We've got plenty of hours of sunlight in the day. Apparently it's
Yes, we do.
afternoon already, though. I don't know.
I mean, apparently it's 2 o'clock.
Listen,
It is.
I get up in the morning, I do the shit I need to do, it gets dark, I go to bed.
Sounds pretty
I
straightforward.
eat when I'm
yes.
hungry, I drink when I'm awake, it's fine, it's good.
Well, this is getting heavy now. And he's gonna put his books on the table. Well, you guys can get ready, and I'm gonna sit here.
I'm already ready. I just she'd get up and return the glass, lean on her cane a bit, return.
Cool.
Yes, I've learned better than to take my armor off in the middle of the day after last time.
That is actually a I just cover my up with illusions.
I'm gonna go to the on the way to the, where do you have to go again, sir? What's the location you have to go, Hannah? I think about everything.
I believe she told you it was in the City of the Dead. She'd organized a meet.
Okay.
And I can't remember if she said it was going to be that this evening or the day after, but let's say for the sake, she said this evening.
Okay. We must go to the City of the Dead, which I believe is the east side of Waterdeep.
Would you like a map?
Would you like a map?
Yes, please.
We must go in the evening and meet them.
If it's on the way, could we go back to the tailor so I can pick up the cloaks I ordered? If that's ready.
Yeah, sure.
City of the, is it? I'm pretty sure City of the Dead was east, isn't it?
Yep, it
See
is.
ya.
It's
Oh,
down
yes,
here.
there, yeah.
East of the
Yeah,
capital log.
southeast. Southeast, yeah. Okay, yeah, I'll tell them it's City of the Dead and you have to meet them by nightfall.
We have a lot of time to spend then. Oh, also, before I forget, I got us a future job with the Order the Gauntlet. At some point, we'll be sent to the field wall to investigate some things. Guards getting attacked and robbed and stuff like that.
I'm not fucking surprised, it's the field wall.
I was about to say, right, but perhaps it's something a bit more organized.
What makes the field wide now?
Next time you go to your little gauntlet place, do you mind introducing me to someone?
Oh, of course, of course. We could go there now if you wish. We got like 6 hours to kill.
I was planning to pick up my cloaks for me and Google first. But
Oh, we can do it afterwards.
You
Like
Google.
as I said, we got 6 hours basically.
I bought a cloak for Google as well.
You get Google can mini cloak.
Yeah.
Isn't Google a bit, like, bigger than you when he's fully
No.
grown?
He's tiny.
Is he small as well?
No, he's tiny.
He's tiny.
Oh, he is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Does it
That's
grow
good
at
to
all?
look adorable, and it'll certainly help with the flying.
Also, who do you want to be introduced to, Moscow? Good.
Just the person who's giving you requests.
Oh, of course. Savra. Yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah, that's the one. I don't really remember her. I didn't quite.
I think you met her like once.
Yeah, I wasn't really paying attention.
Oh, yes, you'd remember.
I mean, I remember her face, but I don't personally know her, so it'd be better to get introduced. You see, especially with someone she's acquainted with, like Gabriella.
Works for me. But let's go grab those cloaks unless we have anything more to do here.
No, and if we need to kill a little time before nightfall, I'm sure I can find some entertainment for us on the way.
Sure. Honestly, I'm open to anything. Well, not anything. Open
Yes,
to.
be very careful with Sullivan around saying words like that.
I'm open to. Well, let's see what you come up with, and we'll work from there.
It's probably not going to be your kind of thing. I'm not going to lie. It's not going to be, cribbage.
No,
Under a veranda.
I'm more than a fan of a few drinks and cards, honestly. As long as
Okay. Well,
not,
first time for everything. Okay, let's go get Cloaky McClokerson's.
So,
Is it that little woman's shop? She was lovely.
Plumes?
Indeed.
Yeah, it would have been Plume's Needle.
The one where we got our suits from.
So,
Yeah.
just to get our plans straight, we're going to get the cloaks, then get Bosco introduced, and then go to spend time at taverns.
Just a quick question for the DM. Was the cloaks place down in the trades ward?
It is, yes.
Yes.
So we'd be better off going to
You'd be better
the
going
Halls of
to
Justice
the
by the market
yeah.
on the way.
You better go in the
down
Halls of
south
Justice
to the
first.
trades ward. Yeah. Okay, as soon as it's kind of on the way, but not on the way, but sort of on the way, we'll go do Bosco's intro thingy with your holy people, and then we'll get the cloaks before it closes tonight, and then we'll have a couple of hours before nightfall to, do what we need.
Works
do.
for me. Gabriel, get up, lean on Arcane, and get ready to go.
So you're gonna head towards the Halls of Justice?
Yep.
Oh.
I'm gonna take this opportunity to go and buy a crossbow.
Nice.
Sure.
Fastball.
What sort of cross would you like to buy?
Light crossbow, please.
Perfect. You can probably buy that at Bent Neil Carpenter. Just around the corner. Unless you want to buy it from someone else. If you sound uncomfortable buying it from your neighbors. Are you going to use it against them? I'd be worried.
You never know.
Should I write out the neighbors?
I'm gonna sell my short bow.
Sure.
And so that is what?
Half the value of the short bow, which is I think 12 and a half gold.
12 and a half, yeah. So 12 and a half gold. So I'll take that up. And how much is the short light crossbow?
Light
25.
crossbows, I think 25, yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking because I've got one myself, and I'll search to see right now.
So I delete that, and then I take off 12, go 12, 5, move.
Right.
And can I exchange my arrows for bolts?
Not directly, you can exchange half.
Ah!
Because that's how selling things works.
Okay. So I've got 16, so I will... That. And
If you want to buy like 20 bolts, it's a gold.
okay, so I'm going to buy 20 bolts as well.
Cool. There we go. So that cost you 13 and a half gold. You lose short bow, you get a light crossbow, and 28 bolts, I believe. You also lose all of your arrows.
Cool. Remember everything already. Cool.
Spot on.
I'm like the fucking poorest rogue in the history of D&D.
I mean, you guys have money.
Well, we have money.
Business has money.
Yeah, and if there's ever going to be somebody to embezzle a bit,
Mhm.
going to be Bosco because he's the only one smart enough to know what embezzling is.
That's actually true.
See, the thing is, like, Boston knows we're in debt too, so I mean, we do need to pay that off.
All of this money is not money.
Let's
Hello, bye bye.
You don't know.
Let's try. Can we pull off a Ponzi scheme in Waterdeep?
I mean, it's your business. You could just, take money out of it, but then if it goes bust, you're out of business, like...
The party gets evicted from Waterdeep for running a Ponzi scheme for half a month.
Jesus.
Always Sunny in Philadelphia theme plays in the background. Cool, yeah, so head to Halls of Justice. Is everybody armoured up, or is Bosco doing his no armour because I'm going to be a sneaky boy routine?
No, I feel what they are, like, so we don't know who these people are, so I don't think he's gonna rock up protected.
Sure.
Damn.
No protection.
Alrighty, you arrive at the familiar outside of the Halls of Justice to all of you. You've all seen it at least once before. Gabriella, you know what you're doing anyway. You step up the stairs, pass underneath the large pillars that support the overhanging entryway. And yeah, you step inside. Quiet. At this point, mid-afternoon, there's a few people there quietly praying. But yeah, not overly busy. You see a few priests and maybe a girl sweeping the floor in quite very rough burlap sack style clothing. Probably an orphan, maybe seeking refuge.
She would drop, as per usual, a gold piece in the charity box.
Yep. One of the priests gives you a solemn little nod of thanks.
2 copper, straight in.
Yeah. You get almost painfully, you get the same little nod of thanks. As if the very act alone is
like I'm gonna go to settlement. How much gold do you think Gabriella has? She just throws away gold like that.
It's literally all she's spent. This place basically runs on her.
Honestly, I have nothing better to spend it on. I don't need new weapons like yourselves or new armor, and I don't have anything else to spend it on.
And
Maybe,
I believe
you could give to the ones that need more, like us.
one of the priests kind of looks over and is like, and I believe that Miss Gabriella had understands that if she should ever find herself in need, that gold will be returned tenfold.
I'm going to put 2 more copper in.
Thank you, Lord.
Listen, you better be too careful.
Thank you, my lord.
I'm gonna pretend to put a gold in it.
Slide a hand check.
Make a little noise. And
For God's sake, such a criminal.
Such a weird way to be a criminal, though, isn't it? Not like appears to
18?
donate money.
Yeah.
It's
It did make
basically
you-
fair.
oh look, I'm Sullivan's generous too. Look,
You
Fucking-
take the coin slowly, it's a very nice sleight of hand away, but there's no ting as it hits the other coins that have just been placed in, but it looks like you put it in.
Sullivan can be kind too. Look,
Interesting coins you got there, Sullivan.
You'd be better using a towel, Sullivan, which is like a brass coin. That's effectively like an electrum piece. They have a hole in the middle of them. You could have tied a little bit of rope through it.
yeah, you could have done that as well.
The old
The old vending machine trick. Ching, and you snatch it back out.
Anyway, Bosco, come on, I will introduce you to Savra. Do you want to come along as well, or do you want to look around? Up to you guys.
I like Sullivan dearly, but I don't think we should leave him alone in a place like this.
That is a fair point, but I...
Although, by leaving him alone, that means we don't have to be with him. Just saying. It's not our problem.
I know you don't necessarily enjoy his company all the time, but I do enjoy Sullivan's company myself.
It also would fall on my shoulders, probably knowing it. Well, hey, anyway, alright, come along, and yeah, Gabriel probably lead the party to wherever Savra usually tends to be this when she visits.
Yeah, of course. At this time, she's probably just off one of the side rooms. You see, she's not currently armored up at this point. She's just in her more daily clothes, moving around. And as you comes, she goes lovely to see you. How is your head after the other day?
Oh, it is fine, more or less. I drank more. But yes, good to see you, Zil. How was yours?
I was a little worse away, I won't lie, but I'm feeling a bit better now.
Oh, good to hear. I also come here to introduce you to a friend of mine who wished to meet your acquaintance. She nodded to Bosco. I was like, Sarah, this is my friend and compatriot, or friend, yeah, friend, let's go with that. Bosco, Longflower Brandy.
You got it, right?
Hey, let's go. That is rather feat. Bosco, this is my friend Sarah, Billabronta.
Pleasure to meet you.
She kind of like kneels down Bosco to like get on your level and offers her the hand.
I'll happily shake it.
Yeah, she shakes it in front of me. It's like, good to meet you. I know a good few halflings, good people. I imagine you're much like them.
Yes, I am one of those good ones.
He like looks up at Gabrielle and goes like, must get sore looking up like that all the time though, huh?
Definitely. But, you know, sometimes you get used to it.
You need to get a stiff neck, probably.
You got Google, just like, I try to make sure Google's like in the backpacks. Just like, yeah, like, not to be rude, but do you mind if we talk a little bit quietly, just me and you? Just a quick thing. I'm just requesting something.
Of course. Here, I think, and she opens up a room. It's like, the mess hall's empty, if you don't mind.
Yes.
You want Gabrielle to join us, or?
No, just me and you, if you don't mind.
Not a word, that's fine.
It's just personal research, guys.
Oh, no problems. We'll be here when you need it.
Closes the door.
I'm just inquiring, because I know you have given Gabrielle a few tasks before. I was just wondering if you do get any leads on the Xanathar, do you mind sending it our way, possibly? Or if you find any information on them.
Xanathar, maybe.
I know it's quite a weird request, but we faced something in one of the Xanathar hideouts, and I've felt like I've not been the same since, and I wish to find more leads. I've been struggling, so I thought this would be a good place to ask.
Well,
so I know you have connections.
The only thing that really comes to mind is that there is a hostel in the dock ward. It's run by halflings. No, but we suspect it might have some kind of ties, maybe, with some kind of underground network.
Interesting.
It's on Spices Street.
Spices Street? I think I've been there before.
Spices Street in the dock ward, yeah.
Hmm.
It's called the Hole in the Wall.
We've been to that one, haven't we, before? The group?
I don't think you've been to the
No.
Hole in the Wall. Yes, it exclusively accommodates halfling clientele, which is why I haven't had many people able to get into it.
It sounds like a place that Logan would be frequent quite a lot.
Oh, thank you. I do appreciate your patronage. I'll make sure I'll donate something on the way out. Yes, thank you so much. You don't realise how much I appreciate this.
Very welcome, and good luck.
Thank you. It's a little step back out with his big old backpack. Making sure he doesn't hit Zephyr on the way once he puts it back on.
Yep. Zephyr follows out as well. Right, that's done.
Wonderful. Oh, was nice seeing you, but we have to go, I think? Yeah, we still have to pick up the cloaks.
Yeah, I'll donate 1 silver. That's it.
Yep,
To
that's
charity
fine.
bucks.
You get that similar little nod of appreciation. Alrighty. So, with that ticked off, I assume you take the long way around to the City of the Dead, calling in at Little Plume's store, Plume's Needle. And yes, she presents you all the custom orders that you guys had wrapped up in lieu.
That looks rather dashing.
I think suits me. Logan, did you get your hats here as well? Were they ready, or did you buy them on the day? I can't remember.
Was it hats or was it something else that I got?
You got loads of hats, I remember.
And a cloak as well, I think.
Yeah,
That was it, yeah.
you got hats and cloaks to match the same, like the set. You got multiple hats to match the color of your cloaks.
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah, they're all presented, and she probably actually styled them out on some mannequins kind of near the back for you all, like stylized for you. It took a little bit of work, but I think we've managed to get all of your features just about.
Hmm. As soon as I get Google's one, I want to get Google out and put it on him.
She surprisingly looks completely unfazed by Google.
Oh, you look handsome, Google. We'll definitely make sure we'll get you some more clothes.
That looks interesting.
He looks like a dog I had once. Got kicked in the face by a horse, poor thing.
Like a dog?
It lived.
Did it get kicked in the face and then it looked like that?
Yes,
or-
yes, yes. The horse kicking was the thing that made it look before. It was this lovely dog before the horse kicking, and then horrific.
Oh.
But,
Sorry to hear that.
If I was a horse, I'd kick it. That's all I'm thinking. It'd be cause and effect.
What? So mean to Google. He's helped you guys.
Yeah.
Listen, I am not a horse, okay? Only where it counts. But listen, I don't. You can't send him. I don't want to kick Google. Honestly, I think he'd bite my foot if I tried, and I'm not down for that.
But just saying Google, I'm pretty sure saved at least some of our asses, like Sullivan when he was in the well.
He also fucked off a couple of times when it could really been needed. It was Google's fault.
Anyway,
Just pulling up Bosco's collar.
Anyway, we got our cloak sorted, we got you introduced, and, well, I guess we have a few more hours to kill before we have our scheduled meeting. Anybody fancy cards?
I could be down for some cards, a couple of drinks.
Not too much before, a job, but decent.
You should have just stopped at cards, it's fine.
Or call me superstitious. But
You're superstitious. It was leading to something, sorry.
It was a
But
rhetorical
we
question.
could always go to the city dead early and maybe scope out the area. Make sure we're not getting led into some sort of trap or dangerous scenario.
That is a fair suggestion.
Because there's nothing against Bonnie at all, but Sullivan does put on a strong impression, and he could quickly make enemies.
Oh no, all that screaming, that wasn't making enemies. No, they were being very friendly last night.
That was... Yeah, getting sleep, that was rather hard. Anyway, sure.
I was not, let me tell you that.
Anyway, if you wish to Moscow, we can. I'm honestly good of anything.
It's just a suggestion, because better be safe than sorry.
What is it? Yeah.
Especially approaching a new angle, I guess you could say.
What do you think, folks? Safe or just...
I want to go for a couple of drinks first. If we are going to ambush and I'd be damned if I'm doing it fucking sober.
But how much time do we have, DM?
I could do with a drink, to be honest.
You've got like 3-4 hours before.
Alright, how about this? 2 hours drinks, 2 hours looking around?
Sounds good.
Three and one.
Alright, 2.5 and 1.5.
Deal.
Deal.
Although, honestly, at this point, I don't have a pocket watch, so you could just tell me whatever. Time is a bit wibbly wobbly.
I'm aware. Cool.
Okay, wonderful. Let's go. I think I probably know a couple of places along the way. We've of course got the yawning portal, but although good for drinks, good for Let me think. Is there anybody there who we might be interested to see? No, can't think of anyone. Although there may be a couple of other places along the way if we did want to have a little wager over some cards.
Or we could always try and find a pub closer to it, something you haven't been to before. It's always
let's find some
finding new
good places.
things.
We've been to the Yawning Portal a few times now. I think we can.
Oh yes, no, I'm fine with that. And the cards scene, with Durnan, he's very No, thank you.
He does rather intimidating to play against.
Yes, there'll be some places that border the city of the dead in the trades ward that we can go, I'm sure.
Oh yes, of
This
course.
is where I'm looking at the DM for nods, shakes, or as he's working through his interactive map.
There are plenty.
Right,
Splendid.
let's go have a look then.
Any that are known for particularly low reputation required kind of gambling spots?
Oh yes, you would know just the one.
Oh no.
So you guys are currently down just off Drovers Street, which I've just placed you on the map there, where you are. That wee black dot is going to be marked as Plumsy Looks. You guys are frequenting it. But if you head slightly north from there by, let's see, it's not even that far of a walk, to be perfectly fucking honest. It's like a 3-minute walk around the corner. Up by just shy of the Court of the White Bull, there is a lovely, used in the most loose term, on Salabar Street, tavern called Felzone's Folly. And it's been around for a very, very long time, Sullivan. And even Gabriele would know that a lot of things that happen in Felzone's Folly aren't really legal.
This place has a reputation.
What I have heard of this place then?
You probably would have heard of Felzone's Folly, if it's like maybe like discussed back and forth with people.
Nah, Sullivan has heard of this place. It's very full of very interesting individuals in there.
Actually,
I figured it's the kind of place where you'd feel right at home, Sally.
Maybe, perhaps, my friend. Perhaps. Is one of those places you are part of them, or you just avoid it completely?
no, that's a first suggestion. Maybe a change of clothes might be in order. She snap her fingers.
Yes, I think
Oh, you fancy fuck. I'm not changing my clothes. I've got
my friend, I
hide.
think you're gonna be very how can I say attractive
And she turns to Sullivan.
in there if you.
Oh, Sally, do you think I've not been in here before?
I
I've been in here before, dressed in all manner.
I
clothes.
would have not imagined. I would have not guessed, my friend, you would be in such a place. To be honest,
I think Logan has been in every tavern.
not even Sullivan would be willing to come here.
Sullivan.
To be honest,
There is so much that you do not know about me, my friend. So much. Listen, let's get in here. Get into the folly. If I disappear, it's either of my own volition, because I've seen somebody who I either very much like or very much owe some money to, or it's not of my own volition, and it's because of somebody I owe money to. So either way, money is exchanging hands. But I'll be fine.
I'm sure it'll be fine, my friend. Don't worry. I would not worry a single second for you.
Splendid. The feeling is very much mutual, Sally.
No.
Adults, am I right? Also, yeah, Gabrielle will change her attire to look something more a bit more rugged, something that would fit an establishment like that. Maybe something a bit more roguish.
Perfect.
Logan will put his beret on slightly more.
Yeah.
Just by about 5 degrees, like, that's all I need. I'm a man of the people now.
Alright.
You know, even just saying that makes me feel dirty.
I was about to say. Well, anyhow, let's go. I actually might ask a few questions.
I would have used my disguise kit just to make sure I look as human as possible.
Sure. Spend a couple
So
minutes in the back alley, applying some makeup, shaving.
Yeah.
If we're doing makeup, I will borrow some if Sullivan is down, just to kind of make myself look even more attractive.
You put like
Just
the
just contour my
little bit of contour,
cheekbones and
a little bit of
Sullivan,
smoky on the eyes.
Sullivan's actually very good at
Absolutely.
this. And if
You are not coming anywhere near me. I just need your shit.
my friend, trust me, I'm very good at this.
No,
I'm not.
you lost me at trust me. No,
Look at my face. Trust me, my friend. I'll do it.
You're staying away. I'm stepping away from it.
Okay.
Please. Okay, take the makeup. It's fine. But Sullivan is very good at this. I wasn't gonna.
I would not trust
What?
you if my life literally depended.
Let's go get Johnny
Okay, here you go.
inside.
Take the kid. Take whatever you want. It's fine. I've got plenty. Go on.
He looks kind of like Logan after he spends a bit of time doing his makeup. He looks kind of like Jack Sparrow. Like he was going for something a bit more subtle, but it's like very aggressive eyeliner, and the contours a bit like strong. Because like you've got like a little tiny compact mirror to do it with as well, and you're like, the lighting here is shit in this alleyway.
Well, this is
Can
happening.
you take a performance check to see, like, oh no, maybe some kind of check to see how good his makeup looks?
Yeah, let's go. I think performance makes sense. Charisma.
I think
Well,
what's
charisma.
just happening, Bosco would just like sigh, put out one of his books and just walk in.
Yeah, Gabriel will join him.
I stick to what I say. He looks like Jack Sparrow. Like there's something attractive in that slight clumsy nature of his.
You have heard of me.
Do you know what? It look not bad. I have to say, we have some good hands with makeup, my friend. You must have done it many times before. I have to say, I'm impressed.
I'll have you know, of course I have. One must put one's best foot forward in certain circles, Sullivan. I know we can't all go around looking like filthy peasants, but by choice, of course.
My friend, look at me. Don't look like a peasant to you, my friend. Look at my clothes.
Yes.
Look at me. Look.
You look like a peasant who's had it donated. It doesn't even fit
If you
your
want,
shoulders.
and if you want my associate in that damn tavern, the second you turn your back towards me, I'll stab you, my friend. But I'll let it pass. I'll be the bigger man here.
Okay, even if you could stab me, you couldn't fucking kill me. Just like a little tickle. I would end you, Sully, and you know it. I don't say it in front of the other two, because it's going to be very emasculating, and I know how much of a sensitive topic that is for you. Okay?
Next time,
But listen,
remember to put some
because-
poison.
Because you have to accommodate your clothes, okay, for your raw stage, whatever it is you fucking do, where you go all hairy, where you finally get a hit of testosterone, okay? You can't just go hulking out of your clothes. I know they have to be a bit bigger on you, but now it looks like you're wearing your granddad's clothes, and you do not look incredible.
Excuse me, my clothes, they stretch according to my size. Okay, they're perfect fit for both, for the bestial shape and for normal shape.
Oh, so you got no fucking excuse
Took
then.
many,
You know what? Come
many
on,
months
fine.
to build this, to tailor this, to fit. It will never fit you, and it will fit anyone you know. It fully
I
fits
wouldn't
Sullivan.
want it to fit me. I lift, bro. I'll have you know. When was the last time you worked out?
Yeah.
Come on, let's get inside and have some drinks.
I'll look
Heading
at Bosco.
towards the court of the White Bull. Before I turned up here, it was just called the court.
I'll look at Bosco. I was like, Bosco, remind me next time to put some monkey dust into the makeup and give it to him.
Bosco's not there. He's already gone inside.
Yeah, he's
fuck,
already
for
inside.
monkey
No, he waited till you guys were
Yeah,
alone.
we don't have that.
Oh, that means I'll just talk to myself. Next time,
Yeah,
I need to
you
remember to
probably-
put some monkey dust in that makeup.
You probably went to talk to him and realised that Bosco and
Oh
everyone
yeah, I was like,
inside.
oh damn it, Bosco's not here. God damn it.
See, he's out of your periphery. It's just hard to keep track of him.
Hey, Gabrielle, the first drinks on me while they two do their thing outside.
And yeah, what are you guys going for? You going for a nice glass of wine? Maybe a glass of Zazar, a very nice sweet wine, like a sherry. Is on sale here.
Gabriel will go for Cesar.
Sure, it's 4 pieces for a tall glass of Zazar here.
How much?
4 silver pieces.
Well, okay. Sure, and I'll just buy some juice for me.
By juice? Sure, a copper
Yes.
for your juice.
Yeah, I can afford that.
It's like apple juice. Nothing
Mm.
exotic here.
Oh, is that cider?
No, this is juice.
Oh, well, funny you should say that. If we leave that long enough, we do just sell it as cider. It's all fizzy, a little bit funky. It's basically all cider is, isn't it?
No, fair enough.
I'll keep that in mind for when I drink it. Thank you.
Got a little bit of funk to it. Might not being the best
Just gonna
thing.
probably, if there is a table we can find, I'll probably take like 1 or 2 seats and just push it to the side.
Yep. You guys can find a fairly cozy table here. It's quite busy. A bit of rambunctious. It's a 3-story tall building, covered in windows, and there's many awnings set about the front as well. Normally it's quite crowded and noisy, but there are you see merchants here, and just like general consumers. You see travelers, kind of like filling the place. It's got a nice buzz around it. On the menu, food-wise, you have various a strange selection. You have sausage rolls, chicken and cheese pasties, fresh asparagus, melted butter. You've also got the choice of fresh whole oysters, which are recommended to be eaten raw. And then drink-wise, it's got quite a limited selection. They basically have ale, stout, wine, and the Tsar, and that's pretty much their limitation. Wines-wise, they have 6 white wines and 3 red wines.
Well, that's a few options. Bosco, may I ask you a quick question?
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you don't have to answer me, but what were you asking Sarah about back in the old gauntlet? About your personal research, if I may. Just
I was just inquiring about activities around the city, and potential leads for us to earn some gold from them.
fair enough. I won't inquire why you wish to do that in private. I'm sure you had a fair reason to. But anyhow.
Yeah. I try to keep my private research a distance from you guys. Just in case it endangers myself, I don't want to endanger you guys.
That is noble. If you ever need help when it comes to these things, let us know. I'm sure, I would be willing to help you, and I'm pretty sure the others would as well. If you
Yes, I was going to request something, but first let's see this through first and see where we go.
Sounds good to me. Also, where are you from? We know each other for a decent amount of time, but I'm not even sure where you are from yet.
I'm from the Moonshire Isles, from Dorset.
Could Gabriel make a history check? Just
Sure.
a general one.
It's a quaint little town. Well, city.
I mean, like, you've heard of it, but like, it's not, somewhere you go often. It's the Moonshire Isles. They're like off to the west of the Sword Coast. It's in the Sea of Swords. You probably couldn't point on a map of them where Dorset is, but you're aware of what they are. They're like a little archipelago in themselves, almost.
Oh, that's like down west, isn't it? Like in the Sea of Swords, somewhere down there.
Somewhat, a little bit off, but
Yes, sorry. The last time I had a geography lesson proper was when I was 17, I think. Yeah, private tutelage and all that.
It would make Bosco a Moonshavian, just as a...
Yeah, I'm not allowed to go back there anymore.
Oh, why not?
I blew up half a house.
Oh.
Nah, I'm joking.
Sorry, it's just after what you did at Heaven when we were doing the internships, it was, I wouldn't be surprised. But nothing personal, just, flamethrower and that. Anyway.
Saying that actually, barman, can I have some napkins?
Get a strange look from the bartender, who gets you a small, he's like, I mean, I have a rag to mop spills up. What do you want?
Just
You're gonna blow your nose in this?
Don't worry, I think I've got paper in my bag then. This is kind of like, this is definitely a unique choice of a place.
I like it to an extent. Not my first priority place, but interesting enough.
Yes, I just had a thought. You know how I created the thing that produces flames, and then I created something that helps us? Maybe I can create something like a cannon. Imagine that.
That would be interesting. A cannon is a bit more precise than a flamethrower, less collateral.
And then Bosco's gonna start kind of like drawing up like schematics for something like, you know, similar to the pistol he saw where he got shot by Barsu for his Eldritch Cannon. Just
Yep.
like rough ideas.
Gabriel would just be looking at the paper a bit like, huh, that's an interesting design. You're taking a few bits and bobs from the Luskan pistol, I think it was called.
I mean, I would love to make one myself, but quite complex. I need to find more. I need to research that more.
From what I scrounged or from what I heard, they're rather unique to the region where they come from. It might be hard.
Or maybe if we find the person, we could just kill them and I'll take it.
I do wonder where he is. He was rather the menace.
Yeah, we haven't heard anything about them as well.
At this point,
Interesting.
probably Sullivan and Logan enter after their little buckle outside.
Just opening the door like the opening scene of Shrek.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have a scan around the room to see if there's anybody who I recognise, or more importantly, may recognise me.
Make me a perception check. Do your rapid scan of the room. You think there's a few people who you might recognize, but you were pretty intoxicated when you last met them, and hopefully they were as well. Definitely not nobles. A lot more run-of-the-mill kind of muck.
Splendid, wonderful clientele. Sally, let me buy you your first drink. He's going to head over to the bar and get the bitterest, stoutiest, most porter-like ale that they've got. Just
2 silver
real
pieces.
heavy, chewy shit.
Or a stout.
Wonderful. 2 of them.
Yep.
1 each. Wonderful. Thank you, barkeep. Sally, work on that for a bit. That'll make it grow up a bit.
Oh, thank you. I
It's
wouldn't expect you to buy me a drink.
You can tell the stout here doesn't get pulled very often. It's kind of like got a very metallic taste to it, like more so than usual. And the foam is almost set like sea foam, where it kind of like gets stuck up in your teeth a little bit.
Wow.
Honestly, the last bit, sometimes you need a straw or a spoon or something. It's great. It's a real slow one, for a big
this
session.
Piero's this yogurt. It's this.
You know what? Actually, it's got a lot in common with both. You've got a good eye there, Sally.
I think I'll pass on that one. Thank you so much. You can take that one. It's okay.
Fine, I'll take it. And he'll hold both.
Yep. Double
And
part.
look around for anybody playing cards.
Yeah, of course. There are a few people playing cards. I think one pair who catch your attention, you see there is a red-skinned tiefling in quite a fine-looking get-up, like a little open shirt, and kind of like at his side, kind of like egging him on. There's this like tabaxi wearing this like very fine, like navy blue, kind of like robe next to him. Looks like something like performer maybe. And they appear to be playing 21 effectively, and you just hear him be like, "Come on, Gas, just hit again. Just hit again. It's probably going to be fine. It's fine. Look, we're here. We're on holiday. We can all just kick back and relax. Fine. Hit. I'm afraid that's bust, sir. Fuck's sake, Opal. Why did I let you talk? It's just a bit of fun. It was only 1,000 gold. We go again. And it's just like...
I will walk over to the table, and then as soon as they say 1,000 gold, I'll just detour somewhere else.
Yeah.
Did you just say Opal? Did you say
Yes,
Opal?
that was Opal and Kaz.
Yeah, it was an open cast.
Oh my god.
Cameo.
I know, why not?
The Eleanor multiverse.
Plane shift exists.
That's fucking rough.
And they've literally been there, not to that exact place.
Several times.
It's 4
It's
deep,
so
isn't it,
good.
Opal? Anyway, it's 4 deep, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that one's too much for me. I'm gonna head upstairs. Do you wanna come with? A bit of a gamble. It tends to be cheaper up there, Sally?
Oh yes, I'll come with you, my friend.
Oh, wonderful. I just want to make sure I keep my eye on you, with the whole back-turning thing.
Yeah,
Okay, come on.
I'll make sure we're very close to you, my friend. Don't worry.
I'd know when you're close, even when you're being sneaky, right? Okay, anyway.
It's okay, I've got this very nice crossbow I bought today. I'm itching to try it in something.
I mean, you could try to hit me, but knowing what you're like might take a little while. Especially if, you can't handle a little drink. Yeah, Logan's gonna head upstairs.
Alright.
So we'll follow him.
You make your way upstairs, and you do find some more low-level tables as you kind of get higher and higher and away from the more, like, thoroughfare group, or people who kind of get roped in, but don't realize what they're, like, signing up for. And yeah, you kind of find yourself in, like, the less touristy spots. And there are games here going for a couple of copper at a time, some ranging max from, like, a couple of gold, maybe 10 gold piece, kind of thing.
He's gonna look for something where it's like a couple of gold.
Yep.
Sort of somewhere between 1 and 5 gold is like the maximum
Let's
buy-in.
just make me, like, a general luck check, and then we'll see how you do.
Just D20.
Yeah, it's roll d20.
Yeah.
13? Yeah, you have a couple losses, couple of wins. Overall, you're able to walk away from the table with a comfortable 7 gold win. By the time you've had, maybe had a few drinks, some relax, things like that. Is there anything else anyone else would like to do here while you're killing time?
There you go.
Alright. Gabriel would like to just chat up with a few bit of people about Roltane Rosnar, if they heard anything about a person like that, or of his description.
Is that your brother, or you cut out from Mr. Rosnar?
Yep, Roltane Rosnar.
Yeah, make me an investigation check.
1 moment. Why? I'm blind. Investigation, right?
Yep. It's pretty good. Pretty good.
If that would fail, I can add a D4.
No, that'll be enough.
That would be donkey. How fucking
Let
cute.
me just pull up my other notes. Things I wasn't expecting people to do today.
And then it happened. It's so fucking
My
hot today.
apologies.
So hot today. Is it hot for you guys there as well?
Nope, I have a pleasant 18 degrees.
Fucking hell, it was like fucking 26 degrees today.
It's warm, but it's also humid. That's the issue with us.
Gabriella, you get sat down on a table of some quite rough individuals. Maybe, a few drinks in. And you find out that Crescendo Rosnar, you already know that he's disappeared.
Crescendo not Roltane.
Yeah. He already disappeared. But from these people, they're kind of like talking about, like, hey, yeah, I heard about that. I heard he was trying to get in with the Xanathar Guild. Something about slaving. Last I heard, he went in the mountain, never came back.
Went where?
In the Undermountain, under the sea.
Oh. Undermount.
Yeah.
That is so. Thank you. Let me buy a drink for that.
Course.
Elephants?
What's the most expensive one? Fuck, I remember the list. Fuck it, give me an ale.
Sure. And she called for an ale.
Yep.
How much is that?
1 silver. Cheapest in the menu.
Here you go. Thank you for this information.
Good luck, love.
Oh, it will be needed, thank you. Yeah, she'd grab and probably just mingle around, check on Bosco here and there.
Bosco, Sully, anything in particular?
Yeah, I think I would, the whole time, as soon as Gabrielle leaves, I would probably focus on just reading my new book, Sebbles.
Perfect. Lovely, but we drink.
I think I'm gonna go just around the tavern, just be chatty and stuff, and try maybe can get some rumors going about anything that's going in the city.
Yeah, investigation check.
Dum 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 dum.
So, Undermountain, would I know what that is? Or
Yeah, it's that Sullivan's been there.
Yeah, we know that it's where you get it's like when you go down the yawning portal. That's where you get.
That's one of the entrances, but there are many.
Yeah.
Well,
it's the dungeon of the Mad Mage, to say in a few words. It's almost like it's tied to a different adventure module that might follow this one.
Oh no! Please no.
Sullivan, you have a little chat around and sort of pull things up. You don't find much about work or anything, but you do find out that if you're looking for a fence to sell illegal goods to, the proprietor here, who works behind the bar, is your go-to man. He can put you in the right direction. I don't think you have anything
Very
ready to sell at the
nice.
minute, but if needs be, you would know that Felzun Thar would be a good point of contact for finding a fence.
All right. That's very good information, then, my friend.
Alrighty.
Very good. Thank you very much for your information. That's it.
Yeah,
I'll keep
perfect.
that information myself.
Perfect. Alrighty. And I think this is probably a good little spot for us to take a little break before we round off the evening. So we'll be right back.
Piss.
And we're back. So, the party are in the middle of some brief carousing or meeting up with Bonnie and her allies. So you've been, some of you gambling, some of you gathering information. Is there anything else that you would like to do on your little cruise? You said it mentioned a little tour, a little sightseeing.
I think we said like 2.5 hours, 2 hours just chilling and 1.5 hours gathering, specking out the City of the Dead.
Sure.
Just like,
While we're still at the tavern, while I've been gambling, I've been asking if anybody hangs around near Endcliff Tower up in the North Ward.
Sure. An investigation check. Endcliff Tower. You kind of ask around. No one seems to really spend much time there. Just being in the trade ward, unfortunately, nothing really sticks here, or at least not anything that anyone's willing to tell you.
Nothing else from me then.
All right. All right. So you guys then set off, heading north towards the City of the Dead, and you pass through the Court of the White Bull. Those natives of Waterdeep would know that this is a interesting location, because it is a prominent zone of wild magic. Hence why no one builds here.
yeah, well, how to put it? Bosco, if you're going to be casting any spells, just be careful. Magic tends to go a bit wild here, apparently. Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't. Okay, I don't think no cannons. I don't think my flamethrower is magical, so you're fine.
Yeah, I'll try to keep myself in check, but you never know.
You see there are a few guards posted around, and they kind of give you all like a little look up and down. None of you are wearing anything like obviously magical, like nothing like really crazy engravings and stuff, so they don't really stop any of you.
Cool. Also, Gabriel will change back to her normal clothes.
Perfect. Yeah.
As soon as we get past the guards, I'm just gonna use my bonus action. See, I'm gonna clap my hands, and as I kind of open them up, I'm gonna summon my protector turret.
Sure. Roll me a D100.
Oh, is that magical? Shit.
Yep.
Of course it is. I thought it was just a spell. Oops. Yay! Fireball.
So, Bosco, you summon your turret, and suddenly a massive fog cloud just appears around you, blinding you and all of your allies. You hear calls change the street like, "Fuck! Someone's casting magic! Guards, get ready!" And you hear people moving around, shuffling, like, "Turn into the cloud! What if it's got acid or something in it? Stay back! Everyone wait!" And, yeah, what do you do?
Knowing where his allies are with his blind sight, and presumably there's nothing else around, I'm going to call out to the guards. I'm like, it's okay, just tripped and clapped, and this happens sometimes. It wasn't intentional.
It is under control. Our apologies. Calm down. It was no malicious intent. Just an accident.
Persuasion checks, it would be a disadvantage, so one of you can make it a flat roll.
Want to make a flat roll?
Because you would know casting magic in this area is illegal, outlawed by the lords of Waterdeep, because of the chaos that can cause.
Oh, interesting.
You want to?
I did not know that.
You do it.
You're right, Bosco. You, not a native of Waterdeep, did not know that.
If that fails, I'll roll a d4 to
Roll a
add.
d4.
I did not know that.
19.
That's pretty good.
All magic users stand down. Put any arcane focuses or weapons on the ground. Whenever this fog cloud ends, if you can end it sooner. Otherwise, begin making our way to the west-hand side. You are surrounded.
Yes, we are making our way.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah, Gabriella would follow her orders, hands up in the air.
I want to tell Google to stay in a backpack.
Perfect.
And I'm just gonna my protector. I'm gonna activate my protected claret because they can't see it being activated.
It's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
And just give everyone how much temporary HP? Protector. You get 1d8 plus your intelligence modifier. So d8. Oh, we like to see that, don't we?
We do.
That's a 12.
Alright, so everyone gets 12 temporary hit points.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Wow.
You are.
Is that a max you can get?
Yeah.
Fuck, that's good.
You're
That's
escorted by the guards out of the court of the White Bull to the wide way. At which point, you hear someone casting a spell from outside the fog cloud.
Somebody's casting magic over there.
Yes, that would be one of the Order of Arcanists. We're dispelling the fog cloud, and
Okay,
it
gotcha.
then dispelled, and the fog
Wonderful.
cloud fades away. And you see you're
That's
currently surrounded by
handy.
5 mages and 5 regular guards, all of whom are pointing crossbows at you. And the mages you see have got like their arcane focuses out on already. But the mages, you didn't see the mages. The mages must have been standing like just outside the square.
And I've got my hands up and I'm pointing my Margaster family crest towards them. Like, there's been a simple misunderstanding.
Yes.
There's no need to bother us.
Of course, my lord. You can step aside.
Gabriella.
He steps aside.
Yeah.
She can come as well if she's one of us.
Hey, I am also a lord here. Look, my insignia
No,
ring
he's
here.
not.
I am.
Deception check.
Gabriella follow.
But Bosco will like.
Do I get advantage because I've got charlatan background?
But
You're not.
I did shout out. No, you're not.
And also, you're pointing at a sigil which is not a noble house of Waterdeep. So no, you get disadvantage.
Still a lord. Still a lord. I'm trying to say this is a fucking lord. From...
You didn't. You said I'm a lord of here. You said I'm a lord of here.
I'm also lord. I said I'm also lord here. As in like.
Yeah.
Okay, so flat then. Is it flat or what?
Flat roll. There would be disadvantage because you're not a lord of Waterdeep. It's like being like I'm the king of England when you're in Russia. 5. I think I should be fine.
Why?
And looking at their eyes, and like you see, it was this convention. They seem to believe you.
Bosco,
But as a lord,
Which is good,
I'm a lord.
Sullivan, because impersonating a Lord of Waterdeep, the punishment is death.
Yeah.
Straight up death.
yeah, Bosco would like put his like rotating shield
Oh really?
generator
Fuck.
on
Yeah.
the floor.
Nothing else.
and
It's just death.
Hands up, just
Yep.
like I'm sorry.
This one here is my steward. It's my little
Second deception check,
message.
still a disadvantage. You're digging a shovel here, dude.
Oh no.
There's a hole you're digging.
Before this happens, Bosco would like to explain him.
Yep.
So, sorry, I did not mean to cause such a havoc. I actually created this invention here. I did not realize it has magical in nature. It's just for when we explore places we haven't been before. I like to make sure my friends and allies here are protected, and this device sends out a pulse to protect us.
Oscar, make me a precision check at disadvantage.
I'm stood like still observing this, probably with Gabriella like 20 foot away from the guards.
Yeah.
Just offering Gabriella, like, hey Gabriella, do you want some snuff? Just,
No thanks.
it's best we stay out of it.
I'm just preparing. I don't know, some probably legal. For fuck's sake.
Okay. The watch move in as if they're going to arrest Bosco and Sullivan.
I don't have inspiration. I swear I still got inspiration somewhere left from a few games ago.
Do you have it ticked off?
No.
Then no.
Fuck's sake.
Listen, remember what I said to you this morning, Gabriella? Or apparently this afternoon. I'm not going to do it. I'm not getting involved. I've saved him too many times.
I'm
He
gonna
shows
look
no
at-
gratitude.
God damn it! I was trying to save
I'm
you
gonna
here.
look at
Look what
Logan.
happened to me. Never again.
Big is like puppy dog eyes.
I
Like,
was about to get out of here, and then I should just keep my mouth shut.
I'm assuming you like complied. They basically demand like all like arcane focuses and stuff be put on the ground and stuff. So like they are just going to apprehend you guys. They're going to get close enough to
But-
restrain you.
I
cuff
would
you.
definitely put like all the things down on the comply, but while this is happening, I'll definitely stare at like on the beast.
Yeah, it's not Silver's first rodeo. He's gonna put everything on the floor. So, okay.
Yep.
Go with it. We'll bail you out. Don't worry.
How about this? You hold out for a bit. We'll sort out the Emerald Enclave business and go fetch you, hopefully in one piece. Because if we will try to get you out now, yeah, that may take a long
I'll tell you what, Gabriella. Let me see. I'm going to walk over to. So presumably, whoever's in charge here isn't necessarily the one that's actually being hands-on and doing the arresting.
Yeah, they're standing back. You reckon as a captain of the watch pretty quickly.
He's going to wander over to the captain, like, totally understand that you're doing what you have to do. I want to make sure that they sleep in their own beds tonight. I'd appreciate if you could let me know what I can do to make sure these two are processed as quickly as possible. And he will accidentally knock his coin purse on the way down with his hand.
Yep.
As he sort of finishes gesturing.
Sure. Make me a just a flat persuasion check against corrupt cops.
Oh,
Nailed it.
You're +6 as well. Jesus.
Oh yeah, that's me. I roll well.
We're also
Don't take the purse and walk away like nothing happened.
My lord, I feel it must be my duty to remind you that bribery or attempted bribery of an official can result in exile for 20 years and a fine of double the bribed amount, which would be whatever you're currently carrying.
Oh no, sorry, it was an accident. I'm very clumsy.
Oh.
I'm not particularly dexterous. Watch, he's going to try and do a standing backflip.
Okay. Acrobatic check.
nah,
And also a deception
I hope
check.
succeed.
A deception check at advantage for that catastrophic fuck up. He crosses his arms as you face plant the dirt.
Fuck! I thought I was just going to stumble. I'm very sorry. Oh, my nose. I only just had work done on this. I realised I maybe.
My lord,
It's probably.
we will do our best to make sure that these are put through as is standard with Waterdeep conditions.
Wonderful. Can I ask where they're going to be held? Do we need to bail them out later? I tend not to associate with criminals, but these two, it's purely accident. They just get into these situations.
Although it is not your personal business, considering you currently are bleeding from the nose.
It's
They're-
fine. Honestly, I've been in way worse situations in the past 10 days. It's fine.
They're going to be taken to the guard tower northeast of here, brought through the system, and then probably ferried over to Castle Waterdeep's dungeon, where they'll be held until we can decide on their fate.
Oh no, I don't even live here. I just
Okay.
live here to visit.
Split, thank you for your time. He's going to go over and start kind of cleaning himself up with Gabriella. Nailed it.
that was an attempt.
They don't search my bag, do they?
Not yet.
They don't search it yet, no. But you guys, after you're held for a while, eventually a carriage pulls up with barred windows, and you're basically put in the back of it, which is then locked shut from the outside. And yeah, you are ferried off towards the guard tower.
Alright, the fuck are we gonna do now?
We'll do what those two couldn't, and keep out of trouble. I don't know about you, Gabriella, but this whole body business, I don't know what we can do without Sully. So I say we call it a bad job and go home.
Honestly, I made an agreement. Even though I dislike Sullivan to a good extent, I did say I would help him. I still
Okay,
plan to.
How about this? We'll go via the City of the Dead because it's on our way home anyway, which is gonna be good going.
I would still think we should meet up to talk to these people and go back to Bonnie. How hard can that be?
I mean, I'll try. I think The problem might be that Bonnie is expecting Sally. Sally isn't here, and we are.
I'm sure we can explain. She knows Sylvan rather well. I think she'll be more than understanding of his current situation.
Understanding as in
That
let
it's
him off?
possible that he
Probably
managed-
not, but understanding as it, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that it's possible. After that, could Gabriel make a check to determine how long how much time they have till the two of them are going to be shipped off? Like how long processing takes for a charge like this?
Yeah, you have advantage of this because you've been through the system.
What check would it be? History?
Yeah, it's good history.
Done.
23.
Wow.
To get through, basically, to get a basically they would have to be, assessed. They can be held for probably about 2 days before anything needs to be like actually officially declared of what they're accused of. But then after that time, they're gonna have to be taken to a magistrate or a judge to basically say, you're convicted of this crime. Your trial will be on this date. You'll be held until that time. Very minor offenses, things like charming someone with like charm magic can just be a small fine of 1,000 gold. But that it can range from that all the way up to imprisonment for a lifetime to death. The punishments are severe, but the processing time is quite quick. Waterdeep's a big city.
Cool. And knowing what they did, the punishment was death.
Well, you would know that Sullivan didn't impersonate a noble, but he did claim to be a noble. If that's found not to be true, because he was then lying to a guard, or lying to an official, which is then another different crime, about Bosco's heritage and purpose, which can be slightly different again.
Well, we have about 2 days. I have an idea, but it's only last resort.
It's likely, Gabriella, they'll be held tonight in the guard tower, as aforementioned, and then they'll probably spend at least one night in Castle Waterdeep's dungeons, and then that next day, the judgment will be passed on whatever they're.
Alright, so tonight they'll still be here, and then they'll be shipped off to a dungeon. I have an idea.
I'm not going to like it, am I?
No, I think you'll like it. I'll get into it after we sort out this Emerald Enclave business. I still have to think about trying it. It probably won't work, but it's worth a shot.
Does it involve beating people up and busting them out?
No. Well, that's my primary plan. Secondary, it's complicated.
Probably best you just kind of clue me in as you need to, because if it's
I
complicated, I'm
prefer
not going to
square-
follow it, and then I'm going to forget all about the Emerald people.
I would prefer a bit more private. Or are there people around?
Yeah, you're on a busy street.
I might prefer somewhere a bit more private, if that's okay. Sit with that muffler then.
Sure, go on then.
Alright. Yeah, she'd probably start moving inside, sit with that.
As I move away, when I'm about 90 feet or so from Bosco, I would like to... Fuck it, it's going to take longer than an hour, but I've got to at least try it. I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on Bosco.
Sure.
So that I have advantage in finding him.
Perfect.
Again.
Yep.
At least for an hour, because I don't have any higher spell slots, because I'm a paladin. So yeah.
Marvelous. Yeah, you
Yeah,
cast on his
I'd
mark,
have to-
and yeah, they begin to move off, and you all go your separate ways. So you guys head up towards City of the Dead. Those of you in the back of the wagon, it's barely a long journey at all in the back of a wagon, in fact. You are taking the long way around the Port of the White Bulls. They're last seen heading northwest, and then they head northeast down Quill Alley. But yeah, within under 5 minutes, you guys find yourselves being taken out of the actual wagon you've been placed in, and you're led into a tall Waterdeep guard tower. And then you're led below the ground to a sub-level, a second sub-level, and a third sub-level. And you're placed in these, horrible, cramped cells. Except probably like alongside each other, so like you can't see each other, but you can like stick your arms out and maybe see each other's arms, like talk to each other through the bar, like across, with Bosco and Sullivan.
So they've all been like talking a lot of shit throughout this. This is unacceptable. My granddad is not gonna be happy about this. He's a very powerful man in Beerbound. He's in charge of the Council of Sparkling Stones. Where do you think you all get your stones from, man? All these stones you guys wearing on our necklace, this all comes from Mirabar. Y'all comes from my granddad.
Of course, yep, that's it. That's fine. In you go.
While I'm doing that, can I try to slide a hand and try to steal the key? Actually, no.
Sure.
I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, if you want to do it.
Oh, fuck, I'll do that. Fuck it.
Go for it.
He's a roll.
Hand check.
He's a fucking little bastard.
Go for it.
Oh, no.
Come on, work.
You go for the key, Sullivan, and you get a hand on it. You've got a hand on it.
Oh, yeah.
And then you feel a sword cut your wrist from your hand.
Ah! Oh, is my hand decapitated?
He slices your hand up. The guard rolled a max on his dice to hit with his short sword.
I was just falling and I grabbed your key, you fool.
9 slashing damage. And yeah, you are without a hand.
Oh my god.
And the door then slams shut, and the guard just shakes his head and goes, "The punishment for theft is stingers. Punishment from a guard could be a lot worse." And then
I will
turns.
remember your face, my friend. And I can stop screaming for a second. I look deep in his eyes. With a very, like, the look I've ever seen in Sullivan's eyes. I will remember your face.
Yep.
Sally, I'm not gonna lie. I do work magic, as in with my. Gadget.
Sullivan doesn't even look at you, mate. He's looking straight at this guy's eyes.
I don't think.
Make me intimidation check.
I've never seen Sullivan so angry as in the entire life.
The guy looks a little bit scared, but then he just kicks your severed hand through the bars to you. And
I'm
then,
still looking in his eyes.
Yeah.
And breathing deeply.
then he walks away.
Blood just gouged all over my fucking thing.
Alrighty.
Gabriella, I'm sure they'll be fine. They're not going to try anything stupid. They're just going to go through the system.
Changing
get off
Bosco's thing from hampering Justin's 100 gold pieces and hard labor for a 10-day to thievery, loss of limb, and imprisonment.
I'm not going to look at Bosco, but my hand in Blady, I'm going to... Bosco, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to kill him. And it's going to feel good.
Gabriella, in the morning, in the morrow, we'll use whatever influence we can to get them out of the dungeon. Put it up for diplomatic. All they do, they'll get away with a sword on a slap on the wrist. It's fine.
I'm going to make it nice and slowly and painful.
Okay, you can do that, but then I don't think the influence of our friends would even help you there. It's think rational when we get released, hopefully. About your hand, I don't think I know a way to actually recover it. However, I could always make you a metal one.
Yeah, it kind of looks at you, and then like kind of changes his face, becomes like a bestial face. It was like, he got my hand. And like animal growl. Got my hand.
Boss is gonna go into a corner. I don't like. You're gonna scampers back in the corner. Doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, yeah. Meanwhile, in the city of the dead.
Fucking bastard.
Okay, let's look around for Bonnie and friends.
Friends. What's it there? How many people are around?
It's fairly quiet here. It's not overly busy.
I And what's the light level at the moment?
At this point, let's say after all the dealings with the guards, it's like coming up on dusk because that was when Sullivan agreed to meet.
So dim light.
Dim light, yeah.
Cool. It's like, you know, you could do with some light. I could get a Bosco. Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay. Torch.
I do have one. Lights
Won't
one.
help for far, but you know.
Yeah, but you know, worth.
Okay, well, I'm obviously expecting the worst, so I'm gonna whack my shield on and let me lead the way. Let me know if you see anything. I don't know what your eyes are like in the dusk, but
Not-
mine are, you know, average, normal, I guess. I don't know.
All right. Well, let's look around. Yeah.
Did
Don't think
Sullivan
you guys-
say where exactly we were meeting them?
I think it said in the City of the Dead. So you guys can be actually a perception check. Let's see how quick it takes you to find. So Logan, you start leading yourselves up to like the west path. Everyone kind of follows, like scanning, and your basically idea is work from the wall in a spiral. Eventually, you'll find them. And Gabriella kind of looks the opposite direction, and you maybe get about 25 minutes or so into the City of the Dead, just following this kind of like clockwork pattern before Gabriella spots Bonnie and 4 others with her.
Cool. Yeah, she'd probably seen Bonnie, and Bonnie's seen her at some point.
You've definitely seen Bonnie before. She was at the party and the yawning portal many times.
Yep, she'd wave her hand and start heading over.
She kind of gives you a little small wave.
Bonnie, my dear. He'll kind of lead in for a good
Good evening.
hug.
She gives a
Kiss
very
on the
like
cheek.
friendly hug. Yep. Oh, good to see you.
Yes, Sullivan got held up. He's not going to make it, I'm afraid. Nor is Bosco, but we're here to help.
Shame. Okay. Well, these are my friends. This is Willifort, Nanathea, Cecil, and Vaniel.
Pleasure to meet you.
You two both would immediately recognize Nanathea. You know her. She's a noble. She's a noble of the family Laristar. You know her, fairly well. But the way she's looking at you, what's your insights? Passive insights?
Passive insight was
13.
15.
Logan, you don't pick anything strange up. Gabriella, she's looking at you like it's the first time she's ever looked at you. There's no recognition in the eyes or anything like that. But maybe that's just your disguise.
Anyways, good evening. A pleasure to meet all of you. I think we saw each other once. It was a long time ago with some of the noble walls.
Oh, have we, dear? Oh, I meet so many nice, important people my entire life. I couldn't be too sure.
I know, right? I'll be honest, I've already forgotten your names. It's like the worst part of being a noble, having to remember so many people's names.
Oh, most indeed, dear. I'm Nanathea Laristar.
Honestly, if you don't have a name back, I've forgotten it again. Like, I don't know if you could, Bonnie, next time could you organise like name badges? That'd be really good.
But I can't, bro. Logan's such a cunt.
Sorry for being a bit too, maybe a bit too direct, but I'll cut straight to the chase.
Let's not play any fucking games. Yeah.
But,
Are you okay,
But,
brother?
Yeah, sorry, that was an alarm.
Right.
So,
sorry for being a bit direct, but what did I wish to ask? Why is the Emerald Enclave of all organizations seeking you out?
Willifort speaks up. This is like an aging male tiefling in a black suit with thin-rimmed spectacles. Well, I believe it is because they're just not happy with perhaps something new and different being here, to be perfectly honest.
And what's new and different? Sorry, you look rather normal to me.
I work as a personal servant to Castellantas, noble family.
Oh yes, of course.
Well, I mean, I assume you know why you're here, right? We're being hunted by the Emerald Enclave because we're all doppelgangers.
Oh, you are?
Yes, all of us, we're all doppelgangers. That is literally the whole reason why we're
Fucking
here.
Sullivan.
Oh,
Of course he
okay.
doesn't tell us. Fucking hell. Sorry, no, we weren't informed about that.
I think in his defense, and I can't believe I'm fucking saying that string of words, but in Sullivan's defense, I think he was wanting to be as restrictive as possible with the information shared given the sensitivity of the situation, he didn't even tell us. And the reason he got held up, it was not his choice. He would have been here if he could have done. But just slightly in trouble.
Gabriella and Logan, you both would see like Bonnie kind of like there's like a little smile there of like maybe like faith put in the right place. But also a little bit of like I assume we can all trust each other. These are my friends. We're all doppelgangers. We've come here about 3 years ago, just looking to make an honest living. As crazy as that might sound, but we've all been, being good, and we're not bad.
Would I know what doppelgangers are and how they?
You can go Arcana check.
Same here.
Yep, Arcana check both of you then.
Listen, just because you look like people that we know, it's no reason to be hunted. We'll help you. You are victims in this. It's fine.
Indeed.
Look, as long as you didn't do, or I'll be again rather direct, but can you swear that you didn't do anything that could drive any honest wrath from the Emerald Enclave or organizations like that? Can you swear on your honor and stuff like that?
I mean, the Emerald Enclave, it sounds like they don't like two of the same looking people being in the same city.
Yeah, it's more
honestly, hippies who are conservatives are the weirdest motherfuckers I've ever met. Just be conservative, be normal.
I just like that. It's more like if these people actually, I don't like it, but if you actually did something that could anger them in a just way, but
okay, did you break the law?
For this, let's go through each one in tow. So with Willifort, as you kind of like say this, Willifort goes like, look, I work as a servant of the Castellanters. They actually know that I'm a doppelganger. They're perfectly happy with that.
Insight.
Yeah, go for it. Unfortunately, I can't really delve much more than that. They made me sign of non-disclosure agreements of our business. They come of working for them. But they know I'm a doppelganger, and they're happy with me there. I don't see any reason why I need to be pursued.
So who is it that you look like, then, if you're a doppelganger?
Willifort Cruel is the alias that I've taken. It is one that, unfortunately, met a natural decease, and then which I took his place. Prior to that, I actually discussed with the Castellanters of that fact. The Crowell family were well paid for this assumption of identity in Waterdeep, and the funeral was done, I believe, privately somewhere else. It is simply business, isn't it? It could be done for anyone. It could be done for you.
It's gonna have a real kind of close up, just kind of try to catch the light of the torch. Different ways, like So it's like identity theft, but your appearance too. It's a very good job.
Indeed. Well, I normally look like this, and he'll just drop the tiefling form, and you see this horrible, like, grey sullied feature, white round eyes. Not quite as good, is it? And then the tiefling form forms back again after 6 seconds.
Logan's gonna kind of hold it together and be like, okay, there's lots that I'm not understanding right now, but you seem like decent people. If you've not broken the okay. Let's get you somewhere. Where do you need to go? Question mark.
Does Insight pick anything up?
Insight. He is. You're not sure how honest he is about the natural deceasement of Willifort Crowell. You think that might be a lie.
Look, I don't want to make assumptions, but I move in circles where deception is rather ripe. Are you sure that your predecessor came to a natural end? Well, we are trying to help you here. We need the full story to make our judgment. And she tried, just look at him.
Yes, good question, and very important. If we are to help you, we just need to know. We're about to maybe bust two maybe innocent people out of a guard tower, so this is important.
Right. Look at it like this. If you did something against the law, we will not take any moves against you. If you didn't, we'll just help you.
Right.
So you can just tell us and be honest.
Unfortunately, anything like that falls into the non-disclosure agreement that I've signed. Telling you
Wait,
would be
what-
breaching
what
that,
are-
and that
what are
would
the-
be a breach of the law.
So the Castellantes have been breaking the law.
I said
But
nothing
you
of the
can't
sort.
tell us, of course.
Look,
This
I
is
ask
very
you once again
interesting.
politely.
And I'm going to
Non-disclosure
firmly
agreement.
respond the same way. I've signed a non-disclosure agreement. That effect, I cannot delve. I've told you all that I can.
So, just to confirm, rather than to ask you to repeat, other than your activities with and perhaps on behalf of the Catalanta family, you have not committed any felonious activities of your own person, of your own volition.
Prior to my association with the Castellantes, I had done nothing more than a priest would be ashamed in admitting.
Very well. Alright, next
I
person.
do know some very suspicious. Okay, next one. Yeah.
That will
go
be
on.
myself, dear. Nanathea speaks up.
Are you also a blob person?
Yes, I would be the same.
Blob gang?
Alright.
Yes.
How did you come into possession of your current form? And
Oh, well, that was quite easy, dear. I just murdered her in cold blood. I required to move up in high society rapidly, and this was the easiest way to do it. She was a bitch, to be perfectly honest. So I just thought no one would really miss her if someone else took her, shoes.
You know, she was a bitch. This one's fine.
No, I'm not about to assist somebody who willingly testified or willingly said that they murdered somebody in cold
Well, you know what? Now I'm thinking about it. Maybe I should have signed one of those goddamn their non-disclosure thingy to my dogs. They sound like they're doing great work.
Look, no, I'm sorry. I'm not. I just. No.
So you're not helping them.
Alright, the others, but if everybody else is like this, my apology.
Okay, the rest of you.
Bonnie,
if you've
I
done
thought
something
you
like
said
that,
we could
keep
trust
it.
these people. And well, they can. They're going to help us if they can. The shoulder.
I was told, or I agreed to help, as long as the people I was helping were, the right people who
Listen,
don't murder.
Gabriella, you can murder someone and still be a good person.
Alright, next.
And she was a bitch. You've met her.
Just I
The
know.
OG her.
I
She was a very strong word
But
that begins
be-
with C, which I'm not sure that we're going to stay online if I say.
But
too
being a
much.
bitch doesn't justify getting, murdered. But alright, next.
I mean, I don't know. It's pretty fucking close.
Next.
Like on the top 5 or 10 hit list of people who get murdered for being a twat, she was definitely like 7 or 8.
As I said, please, next person.
Next
before I
up,
lose
there's a
it.
human bard. Hi, I'm Cecil Weiss. And you can make me a brief history check, both of you, if you'd like. See if you recognize Cecil Weiss.
This is not the one I framed, was it? This isn't the one I framed, was it?
No real obvious memory. I'm a bard, hoping to make it big here in City Splendors. Hopefully a legendary musician, actor, playwright. If I can find time for like all 3 of those things. I'm doing really, really good stuff. Just coming up.
No. Get to the point. Have you broken the law? It's not a fucking job interview.
Yes. How did you get your form, and did you do anything that would be against the law in significant ways?
Cecil Weiss is all me, baby. Completely fabricated and lies and horrible nature. Yeah.
If allowed.
You know, I kind of
Yeah, go
like
for
this guy. I'm not going to incite.
Why have I got a feeling Why have I got a feeling this is the guy I tried to frame when I killed
That
someone?
was Metrum. That was 3 strings. He gave this quest. Gabriella, he's in pretty legit.
Fair enough. Next.
Last one, it was Vaniel Shortwick, a halfling man. And he's like, oh, look, but just before, anyone, throws anything around, I'm innocent. I'm a very innocent man. All I do is I mix drinks in a bar in the dock ward, the hole in the wall. It's a little hostel, a little halfling hostel. I literally barely leave there. It's great. It's all well and good and up and coming and all dandy. It's all fine. No need to pry. I've not done anything bad. Good guy. Why? Go for it.
Again.
I'm also inciting.
Go for it. Lying through his teeth, Logan, but Gabriella, you believe him. Rolled a 14.
Uh-huh. Fair enough.
Kill him.
You know, I think on the whole, everybody deserves to be, you know, brought to safety. They don't need to be hunted anymore. Would you agree, Gabriella? Now we've heard from everyone.
Well, I guess I can't decline or can't refuse to help.
I mean, you can't refuse to help. You know, just these good people's souls would be forever on your
Well,
conscience.
Except for the fucking murderer. Sure, yeah.
Hey, one bad apple shouldn't make you throw the baby
Yeah,
out.
I was about to say that I can't refuse to help
I
just
may have
help
mixed up
one
my
specific person.
analogies.
Alright, sure, what do you need of us? And make it quick.
Bonnie speaks up. If you could go back to Matrim in the yawning portal, and if you could just let him know that you're happy with all of them, or everything you're not happy with, just let him know as well, and then the rest should be handled.
Fair enough.
Oh, that's nice and easy. I thought we were gonna have to, you know, find a way out for you.
Are you
No,
sure
no, the Harpers, I believe, are handling all that.
Are you sure you can be safe here? You know, with the Enclave going after you and all?
We're pretty good at changing appearances if needed. Just our more legit lines of earning money and working are kind of drying up now. We don't want to start from scratch in the same place we're already being hunted. But it's not scratch someone else, myself included.
Alright, that is fine. We will go and visit him then. Stay here, and I'm sure he'll send somebody to pick you up.
Yeah, so we'll give you the thumbs up or whatever it is, and then we'll sort out our business. Wonderful. Good night to you.
Farewell.
Ta-ta. Is that off?
She did say that we can specify who we want saved, right?
I mean, we could, but like honestly, 7 or 8 on the list of the top 10, like that was being very reserved.
Look,
I'm pretty sure she shot in a berry pie once, just for laughs, and left it in someone's bed and blamed it on the dog.
I'll leave it to your call, Logan.
Okay. I think they're all fine, but
Right.
let's face it. Let's say they're bad people. Okay, let's say they're bad people, or bad blobs. I don't know. What's the dopplegangers?
Yes, but I would
Okay,
say that.
why would you want them to be closer to you? If we help get them out, that means more bad people are further away from us. So it's
I
win-win.
wouldn't call them bad people. They're just people dealing with the hand that fate dealt them. I just don't like that one in particular, honestly. But
Okay, so the one who murders in cold blood, let's get her away from us. How about that?
yep,
See it
that's
that way.
a fair point. Sure.
Wonderful. So everyone's fine. We'll go back, vouch for them with the Horners, whatever it is, and then we'll go and do your plan with Sully
Yeah.
and.
Yes, so as for the plan, I think we should try every diplomatic routes, and breaking them out I think is a bad idea considering the fact that they'll be very well guarded. Like very well, we could ask the Shadows for help potentially because they're their members.
Oh yes, it's a gang thing. isn't it?
Yeah,
I don't tend to go down for any of that gang business.
and if worse comes to worse, I could try contacting an old acquaintance of mine. She rubs her gauntlet a bit.
You know, it's quite sensual when you rub your gauntlet,
No, she shifts it.
giving it a little shot.
No,
Hint, hint.
look,
It's like you're ready to go pew pew, and that gives me a little tingle inside.
no, it's like fuck it. She pulls off her gauntlet, pulls the glove under, shows this part of her hand, with a symbol, an infernal on it engraved. That is the source of my magical power.
Does it have a particular meaning in Infernal? Because I speak Infernal, but I don't think anybody knows.
Gabriel also speaks Infernal, and fuck, hold up.
Did you decide anything, Gabriella?
I think it was something to. Let's go with servant, minion, accomplice, something like that along the lines.
Okay, does this say bottom bitch in it? Infernal?
Long story short, yes. No
I think
clue.
it says. I don't know if is that a colloquialism.
I think it's something like
a big word for helmet.
million, something along the lines. Anyway, yeah, that's how I got out of prison.
Oh, you were somebody's bitch in prison. There you go.
No, fuck's sake.
Honestly, I'm not surprised. You
No,
know, you've got quite the body for it. Assuming this is
I
a
would take
natural
that as a
form.
compliment. No, let's say, how about it?
You were a kept bitch.
Nope.
You were
I made.
you were looked after in a carnal way.
Nope. I shook a shadowy man's hand and got teleported out of.
Is that what they're calling it nowadays? Shaking the shadowy man's hand.
Yeah,
Okay.
like you shake somebody's hand and you appear outside of the prison.
You know, every single time I've shook a man's hand, I've not been in prison. So I suppose we've got that in common.
What is?
Okay.
Anyway,
So how about that?
Just.
I now understand why you're so protective of your little shiny gauntlet thing. Do the Order of the Gauntlet, the holy
they
church
don't.
people, know about? I thought not, but I just wanted to check so I don't collect my foot in my mouth.
Yeah. I just figured that if worst comes to worst, the person thing that got me out of the prison helped me out once in exchange for a deal. Perhaps he'd be willing to take another deal for some thing.
Oh, like revisiting for old times.
No, it's more, like contacting
One for the road.
Asking what they would do or what they would need from us to help us out.
Okay, so was that your complicated plan?
Yeah, that was my last resort. Beckoning demon devils thing.
What was the original plan?
Original plan was to go for diplomatic routes, but those don't have to work out. This is like my plan C.
Okay, so plan C is Shadowy Man.
Yes.
Plan 2 is Bust Them Out. And plan the first one is Diplomatic. Okay, but we're going to try busting them out before Shadowy Man.
Probably, yeah.
Okay. It seems you shared quite a bit with this Shadow Man thing, and honestly, I might not survive Plan B. You might not survive Plan B.
Oh, we can go with Shadow Man as Plan B if you wish.
I mean, it's certainly easier for me, so yes. Assuming the Shadowy Man doesn't need me.
But if we are going to go with that,
any deals.
if we are going to go with that, I will need your assistance at least in getting some materials. I don't know that much about demons and devils and fiends, so I'll need to read up so I know who to summon or try to summon.
Okay, I mean, I might have family connections, but let's keep walking.
But yes, let's try diplomatic solutions first. I would really not like to sacrifice my soul more than I probably have already.
Wonderful. Well, let's sort this thing with the Horners and the Dopplegangers, and then go on to our next problem.
Also, what you just saw, nobody knows. You never saw it. If somebody asks, you have no idea.
I mean, you never take the glove off, Gabriella. I've not seen you with your glove off.
Just in case. And she puts the glove back on.
So, just to check, are Sullivan and Bosco going to attempt a jailbreak this evening? Or are you going to follow the system and hope your friends can get you out?
Bosco is going to sit down after seeing Sully's hand get cut chopped. He is not going to try anything. He's a smart man and he knows when he should stay put.
I think Sullivan's going to stay there for that, mate. If his hand fucking cut off and stuff, he's going to sit in the corner and think about stuff.
Sure. Perfect.
At least for now.
Sullivan, as you sit there in the corner and you think, you're probably holding your your now severed hand in your other one.
I think I probably wouldn't even pick it up. I'll just leave the hand
where it was.
Where he was. I was just on the the bunker or whatever it is I'm sleeping on. I'm just gonna grab my head, just look in my hand along the floor.
Was the slashing damage enough for him to actually take damage?
Yeah, he took 9 points of slashing.
Yeah.
Oh, so that he still went through temporary points, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, so it's you know.
Yeah, there's not that. I'm just thinking, cured wounds him.
He's Sullivan.
he's-
Like that's the thing. His hand cut off, but he's not like pissing blood. Like
Yeah, that's fine. I was thinking if he's actually wounded, then I'll cure him. But if he's not wounded, then you know what I mean. He's wounded, but not wounded. You know,
Yeah.
his hit points are still healthy.
And Sullivan, as you're kind of there, and like you're kind of like probably can be like staring at the stump that now is where you're. It probably would have been if you were sleight of handing. You probably would have been your non-preferred hand because you probably would have been busy trying to distract of your primary hand while the other hand did the work. So it might either your left or right, whatever your non-preferred hand would be, and that one's what has been severed, your offhand, as it were. But you kind of get this weird, like, chilling sensation, and you look down at where the hand once was, and you almost like see like a hand that's not really there. It's not your hand either.
Like a claw.
Okay.
And yeah,
Ethereal hand, like an
it's
ethereal,
like an ethereal hand, and you
shadowy
watch,
claw.
and it literally forms this dark hue, and like just the middle finger curls up, and then like you kind of feel like a weird flash, and like, it's like, oh no, and then you look down and it's just a regular stump, but like that's like that.
Oh.
There's something.
Sally, if we can't get that repaired or fixed, I could possibly make you some sort of like missile hand you could use as a substitute. I don't know how I could connect the nerve endings, but I'm sure I could figure a way. If you gave me a week or 2, 3, maybe 4.
And then like I'll kind of look at him, like, what did you I don't know. Thank you, but I have a lot of things to think about at the moment. I'm not.
Yeah, like your new hand. We got a new one hand.
I'm not. I feel a bit dizzy. I don't know. I think I'm gonna try to get some sleep. Actually.
Perfect. You guys bed down and rest. And are Logan and Gabriella going to attempt a jailbreak tonight? Or are they going to rest up and
No.
prepare themselves for court on the following day?
Yeah, diplomatic
Perfect.
plans.
Yeah. So say.
Then I will say, just I'll take a few more minutes just to give ourselves a nice, good cliffhanger. In the early hours of the morning, probably before Gabriella and Logan even rise, Bosco and Sullivan are woken up, placed in shackles. In Sullivan's case, his biceps are probably like tied behind his back to limit his arms movements because he just probably slip out of a traditional shackle easily. And they are ferried across the Castle Waterdeep, led down deep and deep and deep into the cold, rotting dungeons. And they find themselves in these cells where the water comes up to their waist as they wade through, as they're locked in. And they kind of like, or again, all isolated and separate. And from across, opposite you, Sullivan, you see a figure sigh audibly with disappointment, and you just hear Davil's voice say, "I didn't expect to see a familiar face down here, not gonna lie." And then from the cell next over, you hear Bosco looking at you. "Let's meet. It's close. Last time I saw Stitch look that nice, my wife thought I was still alive." And that's where we're going to stop for tonight.
Talking about prison, bitch.
I will fuck you up. I'm still with money.
Bye-bye.